Hello everyone, my name is Pavel Savianko. I am the guy behind rocketsciencesailing. I love sailing and I organize multiple trips per year on various yachts, and of course I invite everyone to join. To join a sailing trip, one has to go on my website rssailing.com and get a voucher and join. That's all. How to join I will explain in another video. In this video I would like to present you how the page which describes the sailing trip is organized. It is always the same structure. We do it identical for different trips so that you get familiar with what is where. Okay, for that we go on actually website and we see immediately the suggestion for a trip. And for example, let's take a look at this example. So in the beginning one gets of course a beautiful picture of location where the trip is going to be. So in this case it's possibly to Copenhagen, so there is a beautiful pictures of Copenhagen or of Denmark, and that is what one can expect during the sailing trip if one is really into the sightseeing, like me for example. So that is Malmo. Below that there is a short description, not much, but highlights on our opinion and what is most important by the sailing trip. And then you find opportunities or possibility to share this trip with your friends, so which you can invite of course to join you, like for example via Facebook or via Messenger message or via email or via Telegram for example, or if one clicks here on plus, one gets a list of all various services which are available there. One just finds out what one is using, and you can show it to your friends. Look, here is a nice sailing trip to Copenhagen. Let's do it together. And then lower is actually the place where one joins to the trip. Here is a little bit description of the data about this trip. So it's like one needs one voucher per place, maximal 5 places, because it is Pogo. We plan this trip for 7 days. We suggested the 8th of April. So far it is not confirmed because we are just in the beginning of trip organization, for example, and to get information whether one is logged in or not logged in, one needs to be logged in into the page. So let's take a look. Like for example, if we just log in as some test user and just take a look at this page, one gets here possibility to book one place on this date here, and one clicks and one has booked one place and one is actually already part of the crew. So below there is a so-called characteristics of the trip. So we describe more or less a trip so that one can expect or have some feeling how it will be. So in this particular trip we say that the skills of sailing should be already high, because that is the racing yacht, not pure racing yacht but sporting yacht, let's say. We expect that by this trip will be not so much sightseeing, because the trip is dedicated to sailing with the Pogo. It's not about going from place to place and enjoy the locations. And of course we do not promise of much of relaxation, because it is sailing and not yachting. So the below is the Google map of location where the trip is going to happen. That is the approximate route. It's not necessary that it will be like that, but it is more or less in this area. So one can zoom out and take a look where it is. So it is on north of Germany and on the south of Denmark. Okay. So and below here we offer you possibility to inform us that you might be interested in this trip, even if you don't have voucher or you are just thinking about it, but you are generally interested. So you just you can add here your name, your email address, your name, and just submit this information. So we will construct a list of interested people, especially if we have multiple people. We see that there is demand and we can organize a trip. And then we contact you and say, look, the trip is in organization stage, so you can join actually. So that's it actually. Our trip is organized in this way. Some trips might have this page, but the date suggestion form where you can suggest the date when such trip can happen. This is usually not by organized trips, but on the ideas. Okay, so I hope you got more or less familiar with the trip description page, and you will orientate and get comfortable with it, and you can join easily to the trip. And see ya next time on board. Bye bye.